Let's start off today's video with a bunch of chairs squeaking. Okay. Hopefully there will not be a ton of that. There will probably be a ton of that. So, last time was the post-commentary video. That's actually been a few weeks ago now, and I don't have the problem of forgetting the controls, surprisingly. I mean, I might. We haven't been able to really test this theory yet, but no, my number one concern is having jack shit to talk about, because I can't really think of much noteworthy to go over, but we'll let the game do the talking for me. No commentary for the rest of the video. Let's go. Okay, that was a thing that just occurred. So I'm not sure why there's a big bubble underneath the lake here, but it worked out conveniently for me, so I'm not going to question it too much. I was wondering about the bathysphere because I didn't remember a section where you had to pilot it, but I'm like, there must be, because why else would it be here? But no, you don't. And because this is the real world and not like somebody's dreams or whatever, there's no figments to worry about in this section, thankfully. What the fuck is your deal?
Poor gross little sucker fish. Can't breathe. I should kill it. Poor gross little sucker fish.
Well,
Can't breathe. I should kill it.
like, I could have just thrown it back into the... Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, there's really creepy hands. Because it's like, you know, the... Yeah. Like the curse that you can't go into the water. I like the creepy hands.
It's still glowing. This must be where he brought Lily.
So, anyway. This is, yeah, it's a strange little section here because we have a, we have basically a level that isn't inside somebody's head and isn't the campgrounds. And I don't really think there's any collectibles to worry about here. No, thankfully there's not. So, this is purely get to the end, and if I feel like collecting arrowheads, then I will, but it is not really necessary for me to do that. Immediately does it anyway. Didn't realize this was for a giant bell. So as for why there's a giant lungfish here, I don't remember if that's been made evident yet, or ever will.
Cough up the girl and no one gets hurt, fish. Man, it's gonna be hard to find a new place to give you lumps.
Isn't that fun? Alright, so let's see what we're doing here. I do remember what I was supposed to do, I just didn't do a good job of doing it. Alright, so go ahead and suck up the air again. You know, you want to do it. There we go. A box of nails is just perfectly fine to inhale. I see nothing wrong with that. However, once you break the nails out, that's when we have a problem. And now it's pushing the bubble away, and we seem to be looking through its perspective for reasons that are unclear. I definitely remember this section. I remember not caring for this section very much. It is pretty cool that the you see like the seaweed kind of flopping over and that sort of stuff, and like the fish falling down. It kind of reminds me of the time bubble things in Skyward Sword, where you can like change the state of things that are just within the influence of the sphere. I remember these sections going on for entirely too goddamn long also. Let's see how good my memory is with that one. But yeah, lately, for perspective, last night I did the like 7-hour stream That was the second part of the Metroid Prime 2 multi-world randomizer. And, like I said, it was 7 hours. I think I ran out of things to say about 7 minutes into it. There were parts of it that were still pretty fun, but, it had some pretty tedious spots. And with streams, you just kind of expect that sometimes. When I'm doing other videos, I'll be like, well, I have to keep constantly talking, or otherwise Jinjo will lose interest. My metrics are always based off of Jinjo. When I don't get a good review from him, I know something's going on. So far, this section hasn't been bad. I'm waiting for that to change. Also, I don't know why I keep closing these clams. There's probably a reason that I'm doing that, and the reason is that I feel like I should do that. Okay, so now that we've successfully done whatever that was... Why do you have all these boxes of nails anyway? I'm currently only seeing the one. There's a couple of TVs. Clearly I'll break the crabs, and the hard chitinous shell of them will be an issue. Anyway, here's more boxes of nails, but we have to sit around a bit. I don't think there's really anything more to this fight. I could, like, try to shoot it, but I don't think that does anything. You know what else this is kind of reminding me of, and it really shouldn't be, is the first boss fight from Earthworm Jim 1, where there's, like, the random dude on a crane that's, like, barfing up fish, and you have to, like, launch TVs up at him or something, because there's a fish and there's TVs. They're not in the same, not being used in the same format as that fight. But it's all connected somehow. Jar Jar is the key to all this. Something, well, I don't remember the fucking quotes from that movie. It's like, what happens to one of you happens to the other. You must understand this. I don't know why he sounds like Ringo. Peace and love will be brought to the Gungans. Or sorry, Gungans. You must go through the planet core. Okay, no. No prequel memes. You'd think that I would have gone for the always a bigger fish. Oh, okay, this is climbable. You think I would have gone for that meme because it's relevant to this, but no, I didn't. I will, however, bring up the old webcomic Darths and Droids, because I've mentioned that a few times before, and it's been like years since I've read it, but it's pretty clever. I liked it. The idea is that the entirety of Star Wars is a role-playing campaign by this group of people, and it just kind of takes the stupider plot aspects of those movies and kind of makes them fit the idea of it being, like, improvised. It worked out pretty well. Oh, okay. I'm like... Somebody really wanted to just design the entire bottom of the lake here, apparently. Oh, we're not done yet. Okay. I remember this part now. Yeah, that's what we do. And then I just kind of do that. The clams did have a purpose after all. Just not during any of the previous sections. Also, I like these random sucker fish that just kind of keep showing up. I'm not entirely sure what their deal is, but I guess they're not hurting anything. Except for when they occasionally do hurt something. And then oh, we're doing this. Okay, this happened last time. Game? Game, you wanna work? Okay. Let's just pretend that didn't happen, I guess. Yo, get caught in the fucking clamp. Why? Why is this happening? By all means, whenever you're ready to start up again. Okay. Rez is, oh my fucking god. Okay. Is it happening because, like, the angler thing is hitting the ground? I don't know why it would, but that seems to be, consistent between this freeze and the previous one. I'm thinking something's fucked up here. The first opportunity I get to save this game and do a restart, I'm gonna go ahead and take that opportunity, because this sucks. Assuming that it stops being frozen here, which is... Oh. Hey, 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 hey. Oh my god. I got nothing. Can we please get this boss fight over with? Get stuck in the clam. I really don't want it to get caught up again. And I don't want to die and have to restart all this. Both of those would be a very bad thing to have happen here. So, do your job. Get stuck in the fucking clam. Don't freeze in the process, maybe. Okay. Thank God. Alright.
Oh, poor little thing.
That poor little thing just tried to kill me about 8 different ways.
And it crashed the game.
It's not its fault. This was once just a normal-sized lungfish, minding its own business in a mucus-lined air bubble beneath a semi-dry lake bed. But judging by the work done on it, I suspect Maury has mutated it, accelerated its growth, and has placed an implant in its brain to make it do his evil bidding.
But why, though?
Poor little thing.
Yeah, go inside there and try to smash the implant. Use the psycho portal I saw you steal from Sasha's lab.
Oh, yeah. That works on big scary monsters?
Oh, monster schmonster. That thing's more afraid of you than you are of it. Now get in there.
I mean, I'm pretty afraid of this thing crashing the game, to be honest, but... Let's, yeah, go ahead and do this before I save the game, I guess. I don't know, I feel like I'm playing with fire here, that any moment the game just might take a shit and I'll have to repeat that. So, what's going on in the brain of a weird fish thing? It's probably not what you expect. We just kind of got an entire city to explore here.
Top of the morning to you, ma'am.
And good day to you, Officer Lungfish. How are you today?
Oh, damp and happy, can't complain. And what are you and the wee one up to on this lovely day?
Oh, just obey.
We're just kind of stopping traffic for this, aren't we?
Followed to the letter.
Ah, good to hear. Not a one of us want any trouble, that's for sure. Oh, Gagano!
So yeah, that's this level. I'm gonna go ahead and save and make sure that things didn't die. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna kind of blindly hope that it doesn't do that again. So, going to the Kochamara Tower, whatever that is. So what are the stats of this level? 113. Yeah, looks about normal. The problem with this level is that you move fairly slowly, and yeah, you can't actually do the levitate in this one because you're too heavy. I can, however, get stuck on buildings. So, with the previous levels, I didn't really have an issue with kind of going through them and getting most of the stuff, but, like, doing a cleanup off-screen later, and that's probably going to be the case with this one. I'll go through and get what I can, but I'm not going to be super annoying about it.
Excuse me. Were you talking to me?
Ah! Ow! My ears!
I'm sorry.
Ah! Oh my god! Ah!
Are you okay?
He's dead.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Every member of the Resistance is prepared to die fighting the tyranny of Kochamara.
What's Kochamara?
He's a giant monster like you, Gargalor. He brainwashed and enslaved almost everyone in Lungfishopolis.
That stinks.
Also, I
So, hey,
like how now he's
I
talking at a
see
normal
you
voice, and it's
humans
fine.
around here. I'm looking for a girl called Lily.
The government archives might have some information about your young girlfriend, Gargalor.
Well, I don't know if she's really my girlfriend. I mean, I think she...
I only meant that she is your friend who was a girl, Gargalor. To access the archives, we must first destroy the broadcast tower Kochamara uses to...
The dead one is my favorite.
Check. I'll go smash that then.
Wait, Gargalor. In order to reach the tower, you'll need to pass through that wall of lasers. But you'll never make it through the lasers without our help.
So are you gonna start helping soon?
First, I need you to do something for the Resistance. Punch a hole in that prison and free my comrades.
And probably kill a few in the process, of course, but, you know, they're prepared for that, so it's fine.
Freedom! Freedom!
Who you? Now, how about getting me past those gates?
Right. We stole the shield power module from Kochamara. It's too big for any of us to operate, but it should work for you.
I like the voice on that thing. I feel like I recognize that voice. Possibly just from somewhere else in this game. So, I forgot about this ability. I think it's pretty much what it says on the tin.
Hey, is this gonna upset Kochamara and all your little brainwashed neighbors?
No!
I doubt it.
No.
So, knocking down the prison and then breaking this laser shield thing, nobody's gonna get mad about that and start shooting at me.
No!
Maybe one guy would.
But what is even an entire navy of lungfish against the might and revolutionary zeal of Gargalor?
So yeah, we see exactly where this is going.
Meet us at the dam, Gargalor. For freedom!
Freedom. Let's reflect some energy attacks. Only some of them, though. Alright, I guess let me go ahead and equip that then. I'll put it there. Oh my god, I never fucking remember the buttons.
Where is Kochamara?
It's me.
Wait, he's still heading for the orphanage.
Damn it! I don't mean to be squishing people, it just kind of is happening incidentally. Breaking all the buildings, though, that I'm fine with. Oh, hello.
The peaceful city of Lungfishopolis is under attack tonight by a hideous, gigantic monster the terrified citizens have named Gargalor. The Navy has responded quickly and decisively, dispatching its entire tank division to neutralize the creature. Soon, authorities say, everything will return to normal or better. Kidnapping human children is good.
Oh, okay.
This guy needs a duffel bag tag.
Well, too bad it's not getting one. Oh, was that the orphanage? I couldn't tell. But yeah, I'm, well, then what was it? Where is the orphanage? I need to know. It seems like something worth knowing.
It was the orphanage. The dogs. It was the puppy orphanage, everyone.
Oh, Lord. I'm glad that it's, giving me some shit to laugh at. Oh my god. I very much feel like I'm, what? Ow. What is it now? Basically, I feel like, this is gonna be kind of a tedious level. because it's pretty much just go around and smash stuff. Which is why I probably should have checked for more random subjects in the comments before doing this one, but I didn't, and we're just going to have to deal with that. So instead, you'll get to listen to me talking about roast beef flavored pizzas.
That's not too bad.
Oh, right, I forgot. That's not a thing that I want to do. I like the gigantic cobweb. I mean, they kinda do.
Well, things have gotten a little embarrassing for Gagalore. Recently surfaced information has strongly linked the previously intimidating monster with common low-life criminals. Earlier tonight, Gagalore broke some of his jailhouse cronies out of the slammer so they could enjoy a night on the town, popping pills and soliciting inexpensive call girls.
Good lord.
They're in for one nasty hangover. Our beloved Navy has come up with a high-tech new invention. Trucks armed with hyper-electricity. Kidnapping children do not harm the brains.
Man, I'm loving all of this, what do you call it? Oh. Okay. Good thing I've not been using the shield then. I should probably do that. And, it came just in time, too. Except I think I could have done that without the upgrade. I think I'm having the same problem with this game that I was with Kid Icarus Uprising, in that it's hard to have a consistent train of thought with this because of... Why? Why can't I? Okay. There's like constant interruptions with dialogue and stuff. And that's fine. I'll take any opportunity to not have to worry about it, but it also prevents me from having a train of thought that lasts more than like 2 seconds. But yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. I could ramble about Hollow Knight again. That's a topic that I've gone on at least 35 times in the past. But that's also probably why I won't do it. The brief version of it is I have gotten a lot more progress in it than expected, and I'm considering doing a one-off video on it. And of course now I have to stop talking because of this.
Godless child beast carves a bloody swath through our helpless city. Our noble, all-volunteer Navy has been surprised only by the senseless lust for mayhem that seeps from the twisted black lump of a heart in this creature, still known only as Gagalore. Though it loathes violence in all its forms, the Navy has no choice but to activate its anti-monster turrets, which it guarantees are 100% monster-proof.
Yeah, probably. Alright, so I guess that's a thing I need to get rid of. I don't... Oh, okay. I feel like I'm probably doing this correctly. I'm liking these missiles that keep showing up to... Oh! Oh, that just killed me. Okay. Wait, pick up tank? Is that a thing? What button is F? I'm pushing the buttons.
Not the Natural History Museum.
I broke both of the natural history museums. What are they gonna do? Okay, let's get rid of this turret before I even attempt to do anything else here. Because this thing, like, one-shots me, I think. Loving these rockets everywhere. Okay.
Goggalor, what are you doing down here?
I'm trying to get to that Kochamara tower thing so I can smash it.
The laser tunnel, Goggalor. We have to get through that or we'll never get to Kochamara Island.
But I thought,
There is no I in Team Goggalor.
yeah, but there's an I in Squish. So watch it. I'll go take out your laser tunnel. But then we're gonna talk about who's running this revolution.
Like, weren't they supposed to shut that thing down? I assumed I was just kind of doing stuff until they did that. Okay, so, just to kind of explain what I wanted to try and explain, this is a very late upload for this because it's currently June 10th and this was supposed to be the video for the end of May, but basically I was going to do another Katamari video and just kind of didn't because I didn't want to. That's pretty much it. I figured that I might have a little bit more to say about this game than that one, and that apparently hasn't happened. How the fuck do I get that blimp? That one is, I think, best suited for co-commentary, and my faithful companion is currently unavailable, so I'm like, whatever, I'll just do this, it'll work itself out. And it's debatable if it has. And so I briefly considered just kind of doing a... Please stop talking. I thought about just doing a one-off Hollow Knight thing because a few nights ago I had a bit of an experience with that game where I was... See, now I don't want to talk about it because I might do the video on it anyway. Basically I would just kind of be going through the final Pantheon, which is like all the bosses, and probably dying at the end of it because I don't expect to get to the very end, but I would just kind of give it an honest effort. And then I could explain it during that one. So I guess if there's any interest in... Oh, and we got freezing. This is a fucking train wreck. People wonder why I don't produce videos very much anymore. It's because I don't know what the fuck to talk about. Okay, is this disabled yet? No. How do I do that? And we're still freezing. We good? We done freezing now? I'm not sure how to deal with the laser tunnel. I can't move while using the shield. Does the game tell me what to do? And I think it froze on the pause screen. Could this video be going a little bit worse? Okay, find a way to get through the tunnel. It doesn't say what that way is, so I just have to wander around until I figure it out. I feel like maybe I'm supposed to throw tanks in it because it keeps giving me the option to do that, but I don't actually know how to pick them up. It says F, but I'm using a controller, so maybe I'll just press the F key anyway and see if that works. I'm waiting to have another one show up. Where is it? I'm pressing the F key. F key is not doing anything. Here, can I... There we go. I think it was just telling me to pick up a tank even though there weren't any nearby. That was weird. Alright, can I, like, throw you... No? Okay. So, more random destruction, I guess. Is there any obvious thing that's, like, powering it up? Maybe it's the puppy orphanage.
This guy needs this guy needs a duffel bag tag. This guy needs a duffel bag tag.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's been, like, anything really worth discussing that I haven't already talked about. Like, there was the whole issue with work. I talked about it in the stream yesterday, but nobody's going to watch that thing because it was 7 hours long. So, basically, I didn't have work last weekend because they closed down the restaurant for the 3 days that I normally did work. And the reason for that is because somebody actually did have coronavirus. They tested positive. Basically, they, like, from what I understand, they, like, took some days off and then got tested during those days off, and the results came back positive, like, a week later. And so they're like, well, if she had it when she was at work, then that would have spread. So we're just going to kind of keep everything closed until it's been 14 days since then, and hope for the best. And that's pretty much all that happened. As far as I'm aware, it's open and business as usual. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to get through here. What? That was it? Okay. I feel very stupid right now. I could have prevented a lot of mindless wandering. That's really loud. Oh well, that's fine, I guess. I'm basically just waiting for the next news bulletin now so they can throw some more shade at me. I mean, granted, I am kind of actively breaking a bunch of shit. But that's not my fault. They shouldn't have so much shit to break.
Freedom!
Freedom!
Freedom! Freedom! So, this big monster, is that the best you could do?
We were short on time, and he is good at smashing things.
Doesn't look like much to me. Come on, let's blow this joint.
Hey, you're welcome.
Sorry about him, Gargalor. He's been in prison a long time. He's the only pilot the Resistance has, and he has an excellent plan. Meet us at the dam so we can put it into action.
Okay. Was that... oh. That's how that thing should be moving. And the buildings disappeared for a few frames. Well, I now know how I was supposed to get that blimp. H. Okay. Is this the tag for the thing at the beginning? I think there was a duffel bag. Yeah. I think that's about it for this area. What does it keep flashing? Punch vault to open. Oh, I didn't even see that thing. We are all happy under the sea. And then suddenly, that. Yeah, I got nothing. Oh, okay, that was fairly straightforward. So yeah, basically, random thing flies in, it's like, hey, I'm cool. And this guy's like, no. And then that's it. That's the whole story. Alright, well, let's meander our way back then. And, man, I can't remember the last time I've been this just completely stumped for what to talk about. This is like Mario Galaxy levels of awkwardness. I fucking hate this. Because the only thing worse than not having anything to talk about is consistently saying that over and over because it's really annoying to listen to. And so, yeah. Coach Z's hair is pretty funny looking. I could mention that I've managed to rope Joel into playing Mother 3. We have gotten up to, like, partway through Chapter 2. I have seen the game played through before, but I've not played it myself. I've just kind of never wanted to.
Then we spread them all over town with my blimp.
Winning over the hearts and minds of Lungfishopolis in as soon as 6 months.
This is a good plan.
6 months.
You don't like our plan, you can come up with another one.
Yes, we are busy. We have to select card stock and then find a decent but inexpensive printer within the week.
Alright, so rather than going to Staples, Let's see what a better plan would be. Oh my! Nah. Can I get the other thing, please? Why? Why can't I collect this thing? Why does it not exist within this material sphere? I'm trying to get a thing! God damn it! Oh my god. Is this just gonna be... There we go. Well, then get one.
What are you doing up there?
Please!
Knock it off!
God damn. Okay, so... Basically, I've been on like a Earthbound related kick recently. I have been for a few months. I haven't wanted to actually replay the game, but I watched Vinny play through it again not that long ago, and I rewatched his playthrough of Mother 3 also, and I've been tempted to play the first game, which I never know if I should call it Earthbound Beginnings or Mother 1 or Earthbound 0 or whatever, but like the problem is that game apparently is it's a relic of its time, from what I've heard. The amount of encounters is ridiculously high. You're constantly bumping into shit, and it's fairly difficult. And so, like, there's a number of different versions of the game that exist. I know there's one that has, like, a thing that you can equip called the Easy Ring that I want to say just bumps down the number of encounters and makes you gain experience faster to balance it out. If I was going to play a version, I'd probably play that one, just because it sounds like it streamlines it a bit. Every time I feel like I want to play it, though, I second-guess myself, and I'm like, do I really... Like, I already don't like RPGs that much. Do I really want to go into one that's from, like, 1989 and is known for being kind of crap? So, I still haven't done that. I might at some point. If I do, it'll just be on my own. I'm not going to record it or stream it or anything, because I feel like it would probably be pretty slow-paced. But, Mother 3 is a game that I've just never really been able to get massively into for whatever reason. I can't really explain what it is. I like aspects of it, but every time I've tried to play it, which has been twice, I just get bored of it really easy. And I don't know, it's something about the atmosphere of that one is just a lot different. It's more fantastical. I kind of like the way that Earthbound does it, where it's like kind of a normal society, like just the regular real world, but made weird, as opposed to like everything is weird from the beginning. I also don't like the character designs as much. That, and I just hate the GBA. It, that shouldn't... Oh, good. I didn't actually think that was going to happen. You wouldn't think that the fact that it's on that system would matter, but it insists upon itself. Peter, what does that even mean? No, I have no idea what that means. I can't really explain it. It's just, it's the fact that the graphics are overly bright and washed out to make up for the fact that the GBA's screen sucked ass and couldn't display anything that you could actually see. And I think just the low resolution of it. Just something about games on that system always rub me the wrong way, even if I'm emulating them. They just don't ever feel right. Except for Metroid and Pokemon. I'm fine with those. I don't know why that is. Even Pokemon's kind of weird too. Like, I don't mind Gen 3, but it's, I'd say it's probably... God, I don't know. If I had to rank all 8 generations, I'd probably put it like 4th or 5th. Oh, good. Doing this shit again. Okay, can we save? before that becomes more of a problem. Because I'd say my favorites are 5 and then 4. And then after that, probably 6? I don't know. Actually, it might be 3. It's hard to say. Okay, come on. Because I actually noticed the washed outness with Ruby and Sapphire, even when the games were new. Like, so I've actually found a subject to ramble about now that I've gotten more than halfway through the video. It's good that the first half of it was garbage. Does that feel good? Okay. I'm gonna just go until I finish this current train of thought and then stop, because I don't like how the game keeps freezing like that. And this video has been a train wreck anyway, so... But yeah, just to kind of cap this off, because I finally found something to vaguely talk about that I'm sure I've talked about before. When I first got a GBA, it was the original model, the non-SP one, and I got Mario Kart and Spyro Season of Ice, which was not a great game, but it was like okay, I guess. And I remember just not really being a big fan of it. Like, right from the get-go, I didn't like how dark the screen was. It just seemed kind of like a worse Super Nintendo to me. Like, plus it being a handheld, but that didn't really matter to me that much. But I mean, I played it occasionally. I eventually got Metroid Fusion on it because I got into that series through Prime. And that game I just could not play because it was too dark. Plus it was my first 2D Metroid and I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. But, when, Ruby and Sapphire came out, that was during my, like, I'm too cool for Pokemon phase, and so I kind of missed the, pre-release, like, the period when it was coming out in Japan and everybody kind of knew everything about it, but it hadn't been translated yet. I kind of missed that period, but then, when I eventually just sort of, like, everything clicked, and I'm like, oh yeah, new Pokemon, I should probably see what that's like. Like, I don't give a shit if it's not cool anymore, whatever. And so I looked up a bunch of stuff on it, and I, learned what all the new Pokemon were, and I, made it a point to kind of, like... Hold on.
Star of the popular sitcom Trouble in the Bubble, Buddy Finn. Buddy, what's your take on the Goggalore situation? Is he just misunderstood? No way! I hate Goggalore.
Is this the same voice actor?
I can't imagine any one of my fans siding with the monster. He hates everything lungfish care about. Air, water, family, the economy. Buddy, you'll be happy to know that the Navy has decided to pull out what they're most famous for. Airplanes. So
What is this little laughing noise? What the fuck?
Goggalores imminent death.
Oh, is that one of the
You, buddy.
bits of baggage?
Every Thursday night at 8, right here on LBC.
Yeah, I think it was.
And I'd just like to add that if anyone kidnaps a human child, they should take them quickly under the lake to the abandoned insane asylum.
Goggalore, come in. We have
Oh my god, stop talking.
in your name.
We can put them in position to help you cross Kochamara Channel to get to Kochamara Island and destroy Kochamara Tower.
The thing is that, although we have the utmost faith that you will soon contain the area, Goggalore, we
We just think it best
we've decided to maintain our position out here.
just until
Man,
you
what is that
area
voice?
hostiles.
Yes.
For insurance reasons, Goggalore.
Yes, that, and for freedom.
I definitely know I've heard that voice before. Also, what did I just fall from? Okay, so I'm apparently supposed to be going after airplanes. I'm gonna choose to not do that and just briefly finish what I was saying. But, so yeah, when Ruby and Sapphire came out, I made it a point to kind of, like, get all the new Pokemon sprites and, like, arrange them in MS Paint and everything, and I would always do that and kind of look over them and figure out what they all were and everything. And so I did that, and I noticed that the colors on them just kind of seemed a little off. Like, there's certain ones where the like the outline colors on them are really light for some reason, and I'm like, why didn't they just make these black? I feel like it would look better that way. And I eventually found out that it was specifically because they would do that with GBA games to counteract the dark screen, and ever since I learned that, I kind of just started noticing it more, and it always bugged me. And it's like, on one hand, I appreciate that they were trying to make up for the hardware issues, but I also just hated that the hardware issues existed in the first place. And it's always just been a really minor, stupid thing that bugs me, and I can never really get over it. But yeah, it's like I got the SP with that game, and I played it a lot. I enjoyed it. There were a small handful of games on the system that I did think were good, but most of it was ports of Super Nintendo games that I didn't want to replay, and stuff I was not interested in, and a lot of shovelware, and like movie tie-in stuff. Okay, well, this has been a frustrating experience, but I think I've cleaned out this area, and I would rather I'd rather come back to this in a while after I have a chance to possibly figure out what might be causing all these issues, see if there's like any bullshit on my computer that... Stop talking. Probably run like a virus scan, just make sure that there's nothing slowing down my computer, that kind of stuff. And I guess let me know if anybody wants to see the Hollow Knight thing. It would basically just be like, here's me going through a boss rush with no context and attempting to kind of talk about the game in general while doing so. It would just be a one-off thing. That's about it.